and pray.
I know you've been seeing a lot on the channel about fruits and a bit of some vegetables, but today we're going to prepare something very special. First, I need to get something on. I need to get something a bit more smart for the show. So let me go change up right a bit. Okay, I think you guys remember this from the chicken episode. So we're going to make something very special this time around. No vegetables. I think there are going to be some vegetables still. I like vegetables. So we're going to try the most epic Ugandan style of, wait, can you hear that? That's the sound of food coming. It's a food train coming. And this time we're not going small, we're not going big, we are going epic. Now let's go. Okay, so I'm back from the grocery. I'd call it our local butcher, and I brought the ingredients. First, these are our ingredients. So let me unpack one by one and you see. So here we have a very, very nice bun, and we also got some fresh chicken, which doesn't look appetizing right now, but give it some time. So let's start with making our dish. The first thing we have to do is handle the chicken, then I think the bread will be the last. We may make a bit of toasting here and there, but that's the final step. So let's begin with that. Let's begin with the recipe. Okay, so we have our chicken pieces here. Now the first thing we're going to do is to cut out every bone, because what you're making does not like bones or does not deal with bones. So we cut out every single bone, because we want to bite into something that is meaty, not bones, not. So this right here is what you're looking for, something just tender enough to bite into. Now we'll continue with the other pieces. I have here a mix of chicken breast and chicken thigh. Well, you all know chicken thigh is like the best meat, so I know some people out there may say that breast is the best, but chicken thigh is more tender. So this is what you're looking for, something that is a bit like tender like this. So now we have our fully deboned chicken. Well, these are just tender pieces of chicken. So now the next step is marinating this nice chicken. So we'll start with some salt. We can do like half a teaspoon of salt. Then we need some Royco. Then we'll need some cornstarch. Okay, then we'll need about 2 teaspoonfuls of cornstarch. Not so much. This is just to help with the crunchiness of the whole dish. Then we'll need to cut some onions. I have here a nice red onion. Let me first clean this. Yeah, nice and clean chopping board. So we'll use like 1 big onion, but I think we'll just need like a quarter of this, so you can keep that aside. We'll need like only a quarter. You all know how to peel this. Just peel this a bit. Okay, it's always good to like buy a nice onion. This one I bought. There's a bit of so we'll need to like mince this onion. what I like doing is I first cut into small pieces, then I use the cleaver way of mincing. This adds a nice flavor to the chicken while it's marinating. Remember, the marination process does not begin until you mix every ingredient. Okay, this goes into the chicken. Now we clean the working surface. Now all we have to do is marinate this, but we can first mix this all up. All mix. We want this to be a nice chicken marinade. So you can see now how it's looking like. So what you'll need to do to this, you can add a bit of some water. Just half a cup to a quarter a cup of water. Then you mix. Then you let this sit for about 10 to 15 minutes to allow all the flavors to get to know each other. So before our chicken gets done with the marination process, we are going to need some flour. This flour can be there for you in hard times. If you're Ugandan and you do not have flour, or someone out there in the world, you need flour. Flour is like the best thing. Like, I'm talking about wheat flour. You can make in chapati, that is roti. You can make pizza. You can make pies. You can make all sorts of things. You can make donuts. This is the, if they say that shelter is a basic requirement for life, they should also add this. They should add wheat flour. So we're going to make a dredging. We'll need let me say about maybe four teaspoons of flour. And we'll also need our best friend, cornstarch. Cornstarch is like our best friend right now, because it's going to make sure the surface is crispy. So you do 4 tablespoons of flour to 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Then you're going to add in some salt. Okay, so to this I'm adding just maybe like 3 pinches, or well, that's too much. You're going to add in about just 2 pinches of salt. Clean our hands, because that's like the chef-like thing to do. Then, there is this curry powder. It's the best in Uganda. It's called Simbambili. It's the best in Uganda. If you're ever looking for curry powder, this is the best. And I can back up whatever I'm saying, because I've seen very many chefs and cooks use it in Uganda. So this is the best in Uganda. If you're ever in Uganda, just use this. And if you're Ugandan, you know what it is. Simbambili, the best. So we are going to put in just a bit to make that crust have a bit of a zing. So just put in probably like quarter teaspoon. I may have actually put more, but if something is very good, you can't have too much of it. So then we mix. This thing is like mixing concrete. You have to fold in. You have to fold in. Now our dredging is done. It will look a bit like this. It will have some few specks here and there, but it is done. So you put our spoon right there, away from the cooking table. Then we get our chicken. Now this is our chicken. Can you see how nice and beautiful this is? Imagine how it's going to taste. So get a piece, squeeze it in. Remember, you have to make sure this dredging enters. Squeeze it in. You have to make sure it goes in all the corners. It has to go in all corners. All corners. If you see an opening right there, put dredging in it. If you see something else, remove it if it's on chicken. So there is a beautiful piece of chicken. I think you can see how it has these crumbles of the dredging. This is what they call, oh, I've seen a spot right here. You apply what? Dredging. It must be covered to like every corner. So we're going to put this aside to our board. This thing is traveling. So let's do the other. That is done. Now if your fingers look like this after a chicken dredging, just know that chicken is going to be lit. Just know it's going to be nice. So always check your hands. If they don't look like this, that was a joke, guys, by the way. They can look clean. You may use gloves, but I didn't use gloves. So then this is our chicken. This is how our chicken looks like. This is how the individual pieces look like. Those are all crunchy bits. So now what you're going to do, you're going to sprinkle off the excess flour. You sprinkle it off. You drop this into nice cooking oil. Okay, so you'll have to fry this for about 10 to 15 minutes, but you're looking for something that is a bit crispy and brown on the outside. You don't need it to be too dry, and you also don't need it to be too undercooked. So you just need that right middle spot where it's very golden. I know some of you are like, we want that chicken, and you can have it. Please touch the screen. Okay, now this is our nice chicken. So crunchy, so tasty. You can look at how it looks like. Look at that little onion right there. So nice, so beautiful. Now that is the best of our food today. This nice chicken right here. I don't know why people pay like 49,500 for a bucket of chicken, yet you can have this for a price I cannot measure, but way cheaper. So now we're going to the next part of our arrangement. Now this chicken is going to have to bounce. Now next thing we have is our bun. This is a nice beautiful bun. You know why I like this bun? It's very affordable. So we're going to use our paring knife. It's called a paring knife, but it can also be used for deboning and all that. So we'll cut this in half with our paring knife. This is a nice beautiful knife. If you want like deboning something, meat or chicken, this is the best knife. Now we'll have our bun looking like that. Are you seeing how ugly our bun looks like right now? Our bun looks so ugly right now, but we are going to improve that. Just give me like 2 minutes. So right here we have our margarine. Oh, I should have shown. It's Prestige margarine. It's the best margarine in East Africa. It is the best. I can also back up what I'm saying. I know for a fact that this is the best margarine. Not Blue Band, not anything but Prestige. It is the best. And I'm not sponsored. This channel is way too young right now to be sponsored. But this is the best because it has this nice aroma to it. It has a nice aroma. It's not like other margarines. So you'll get this. We are going to toast this bun. So we are going to just apply. I hope you can see that. You're going to just apply just a bit on that. We are going to toast them lightly. So also apply this to the second bun. Also apply it to the second bun. Okay, now these two buns, we'll have to toast them a bit for them to be crunchy so that they do not soak up way too much juice. So we are going to toast our buns Remember we did 2 sides, so we are going to do both sides. Just press it down in a hot pan, also span like what I have right now. This is for everyone out there who doesn't have a frying pan like me, who's making who's making it work with anything they have, even if it's just a saucepan. So you have to press it down so that it gets toasted. And I think less than, yeah, you see right there, yeah. So right here we have our nice buns. Can you hear that? You can hear that, right? I want to do this for like a whole day, but I can't. So now we'll have to assemble our nice, very, very small burger. So what we're going to do, we're going to put this aside. Then we're going to get a new onion. We're going to cut onion rings. So we're going to cut like this. And I had already cut the other onion very badly. So where's my cleaver? This is my best friend. I found him. He's called Mr. Cleaver. I'm going to name him Mr. Cleaver. So we are going to use Mr. Cleaver here to chop. And of course, as you always know, we'll go with the head of this first. Now, in this video, I'll not be making pickles, which is the most preferred method of cutting this, of putting this salad onto this, because this can be somehow bitter. But what you're going to do, we are going to cut very, very thin slices, very, very thin slices. And you're going to add a bit of some salt. Now this is our red onion. So remember, you need to have a nice sharp knife. I think you can see how thin that is. So I'll have to make just, if you make very big slices, you'll regret why you cut that onion. And this is the size that you want, very thin. You have to get our beautiful tomatoes. This needs to be washed. So let me come back. So let's put our onions aside. Now we're going to cut our onions, our tomatoes. This is a pro tip. If you ever cut a tomato and instead of it being cut, it's making juice inside here, just know you need to sharpen your knife. But if you sharpen your knife, all you need to do is just cut like that. We are going to cut some nice rings, and that's all we need. Now it's time to assemble our burger. So we'll get our bread. Then we'll put an onion right there. You can put more if you want, but I think that's enough. Then, since I already told you that this onion is very strong, sprinkle on a little bit of some salt. The salt will enable it to remove some of that sour taste. Then layer on some nice tomatoes. Now for the star of the show. Of course, we'll also have to put a bit of some salt right here. I like a bit of some salt, but okay. So then woo, our nice chicken right here. Can you hear that? I don't know. I want to heat it so that you can hear it. That is what they call crispy chicken. Now, so you'll have to just slay it with just, let me get a smaller piece. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. This is nice. Not even nice, but nice. This is a close-up of the chicken burger. This is a close-up. Okay. Now, what's remaining are two ingredients. The first thing, let's first leave this. I always buy a nice bottle of tomato sauce, and it's called Sure. I am sure I have a whole jerrycan of tomato sauce. I am sure that this is 4 kilograms. I am sure that this is a red jerrycan. So this is my jerrycan. I normally buy in big. I believe it's a better way of using your money. If you buy smaller ones, let's first decorate this thing. Yep. Yeah. Woo, doesn't that look nice? That looks epic. I am so happy. Then you'll have to put on this bun, and that's it. That is our chicken burger. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Let us turn this just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're going to use this knife. I hope it's successful, but let's try and cut through this. If I can manage to cut through this, it will make for a good thumbnail. Oh, the chicken is falling out already. That is a success. That is a success right there. Okay, so let's see how we did with the chicken sandwich. So I know this is not like it's not in our cuisine actually as Ugandans. We don't do so much of burgers, but I want to try it out and see how nice it tastes. So let's see how good this is going to taste. I made a mistake. I took a huge bite. I think I was very hungry. So So the onion didn't actually even it wasn't bitter at all. So the salt works. That salt that we put at the beginning. So that is what they call a fried chicken sandwich. That is the best chicken sandwich you can ever taste. You can make it at home. Make the crispy fried chicken first. So of course, I've been making fried chicken like since this channel began, but this fried chicken is actually the best fried chicken I've done so far. So go out there, get your saucepan, get your cooking oil, get a chopping board, and get a cleaver. This thing right here will change your lives. This knife right here can change lives. And also get a paring knife. Actually, just buy a whole set. It is cheaper to buy a whole set than to buy one knife at a time. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Please, I'm on my knees. Even if you can see like I'm standing, I'm on my knees. Please subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Peace.